So, Piet and I first met at Isabellas.
What, 2011? 12?
Well, I mean, technically we met like 2009, 2010. And in the beginning, we were, we just worked together. We were just friends. She was obviously...
Co-workers.
She's...
Like co-worker friends, not hang out of work friends. But
I used to come to her for advice, relationship advice with my girl at the time. And it was just what it was. Like, we didn't hang out or anything. She was just cool. She was a cool chick. I mean, I always was attracted to her.
I thought you were cute.
But
I mean, obviously you were like baby status.
Yeah.
And I'm, grown woman status.
Right.
So you weren't really
Fresh
on
out
my
of high school.
Yeah, you weren't on my radar.
It wasn't nothing like that.
You were cute. And I think we flirted. But I mean, restaurants, everybody flirts with each other.
So pretty much, I got out of a relationship. She got out of a relationship. And long story short, we had a holiday party.
A party.
A holiday party. And I decided, me and my boy Mickey, shout out Mickey, we decided to chug 2 Four Locos and then go to this party.
And I almost didn't go to the party. I had just started. Remember, I had left to work at Acacia, and then I came back to work at Isabellas.
Yep.
And I really wasn't feeling well, and I think I even came in like leggings and my oversized sweatshirt and like UGG boots because I was just not feeling it.
Yeah.
But Fernando was like, "Come with, you gotta come back. You gotta come hang out with us. You're back at Isabellas. Just come." I'm like, all right, fuck, whatever. Okay. So I really wasn't even feeling it. I was just kind of like standing off. I maybe had like a drink in my hand, but wasn't in the festive holiday party mood.
Right. So, here I come.
Unlike you.
Completely fucking amped. Ready for the holiday party. 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh my gosh.
And mind you, I'm blacked out. Like, I found out about all this the next day, which we'll get into. But in a nutshell... Apparently...
Do you not remember any of it?
Nothing.
That's awesome.
I don't remember a fucking thing. So, apparently, I didn't walk around the bar tables. I walked through them.
Pretty much.
And came within 4 inches of Piet's face and was like...
I was sitting next to Brittany, Gavin's girlfriend.
And, we're name dropping a lot of people.
I'm sorry, guys.
And, so anyway, I was like, I know you're a lot older than me.
Like in between my legs, face to face.
Yeah.
Shit-faced.
I know you're a lot older than me, but I'm just saying I would rock your world type shit.
No, it was... Okay.
Maybe you should say it. I don't
Coming
remember.
from the sober one over here, it was... I know that you probably don't even look at me like this because, for whatever reasons. I know that, our age difference, but I've always found you attractive and I just love everything about you and blah, 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 blah. Just confessing and just spilling the beans. And I had no idea this was coming, obviously.
Neither did I. Like, for real.
Brittany's next to me and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, so...
It was
mind you, like I said, I mean...
And I just took it at first as, oh my god, whatever, he's just shit-faced, he's just being dumbass Zach, I didn't take it seriously. But I kind of like underlying, I was like, well, I mean, is he serious? I mean, we've always flirted, but again, you've always had a girlfriend. I, was in that after marriage, ex-husband, dating, not really anything serious, mine. So, I don't know.
No, so, and I never, like, it wasn't like I was at any point like, oh my god, I love that chick. Like, I don't know where the fuck this came from. I mean, like, everything that I'm attracted to. It all
comes out when you're drunk, babe.
Yeah, facts. And everything that everything that I'm attracted to physically in a woman, like, at that time, because I didn't know her at any other level, she defines that, right? Like light skin, thick, and she had the whole Halle Berry look going on, like, yeah. But it was never a conscious thing, like, I would think on a regular, like, oh my God, I love this.
Like, maybe this could be something, like, yeah.
So the next day, I go to work, and everybody's giving me shit, like, oh, you love Piet, huh? Like, da-da-da, and I'm like, what? So I'm piecing the night together, and then finally I just reached out to her and was like, hey, I heard that I was pretty inappropriate.
I was working the back bar, and you came up to the back bar, and you were like, I'm so sorry, like, whatever I said, I honestly don't remember any of it. And I was like, it's all good, whatever.
So I had messaged her before that. Like, after the fact, I think I had messaged her on Facebook and was like, yo, I'm really sorry. Like, I didn't mean to cross any lines. I hope I didn't make you feel uncomfortable. And she responded with, it's all good, and a wink face. And I treated that like, you remember in Dumb and Dumber when he was like, you think there's a chance? 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance. That's kind of how I took that response. I was like, huh, like, maybe this is a possibility. And at the time, like, to be all the way real with you, it was like it was a notch on the belt, like MILF.
Oh my God.
Light skin, like, come on, man. I was 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember asking you how old you were, and you said 20. I was like, I'm like, oh God. And then I was like, and then I remember you had just had a birthday, so I was like, oh, you're like fresh 20. You're not even like into the 20, but you had just turned 20. Like, baby. And here I am. I'm like, there's I can't, no.
So
hands off.
I tried.
There's no way. I'm not interested in that.
I tried for months. Like
3 or 4 months.
Yeah, like I was trying so hard to get her to kick it with me outside of work because I knew that was all I needed. If I could get her to kick it with me, and especially if I could smash,
oh my God,
it was a wrap. And finally one night.
Well, no, what's that freaking movie?
What?
What was that movie that you kept trying to?
Oh, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. So we were talking about that one day, and she had said that she never watched it. I'm like, bet, this is like, I use that as, I'm like, you got to see that movie. I'm like, come on, come watch it with me. Like, and in the mix of all this, like, I was still kind of doing my thing. Like, I remember coming in on one of the breakfast shifts with another girl, and she was working, and that was like almost the last straw. But the thing is this is like 2 months into trying to kick it with her, so I started to like give up. And again, shout out Mickey. He finally pulled her aside and was like, he's not giving up. You just have to give him a chance.
And when you would come in to breakfast with that chick, and I was like, you know what? He's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. Let's just leave it at that, and we'll just continue to be friends. And at that point, Mickey came up to me. He's like, no, that's not what that seems like.
Yeah. So anyway, one night we had a long shift, both on doubles, stressful, and I convinced her to come back to my place. And
you're like, look, I got a blunt, we can watch the movie, let's just,
So let me back up a little bit, all right? I knew that I needed to do something to let her know, like, it was going to be worth it. Like, you weren't going to regret coming home with me, right?
Now, was the naked picture sent before or after?
So check, this was before. This was before this. So, and I'm sure that this is why she agreed to it, because maybe a day or two prior to that, I ended up taking a picture of myself naked, right? And I didn't send this picture to anybody. Like, this was a scheme, okay? This was like some game right here. So I went up to her at work and I was like, look, I need your opinion on something. I sent a picture of myself to this chick naked, but she didn't respond. And I need to know if you think it was something I did wrong, or I need to know if you think there's something wrong with this picture.
And I'm not thinking about what I'm about to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was definitely not what I saw.
So I showed her a picture of my dick, straight up.
Jesus Christ. I got a dick pic.
And she responded, and
but it wasn't just like a dick pic. It was you in the bathroom.
I was in the mirror.
In the mirror.
Like it was a full
head to below your dick.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
What did you think after you saw that picture?
I was like, well, I mean, you know, any guy that you think is cute or whatever, and then you see that, it's just like, oh, well, all right.
So,
you know,
we'll put it like this: the holiday party. You know what I mean? I put my line in the water, and
got a little nibble at the picture.
I think the picture, she started biting. You know what I mean? And then that night that we had a long shift and she agreed to come back and smoke with me and watch this movie, which we never watched.
I don't think we even like turned it on.
That was it. And she wasn't expecting the time that she had.
I don't think either one of us
were. Nah, like it was amazing.
What happened? I think we both were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't think it was just sex. I think it was straight out of the gate. There was emotion behind it.
Yeah, like we liked each other.
And I don't think either one of us was expecting that.
Right. So, you know, to make a long story short, after that, we kept. I know. It's not, so after that, we kept kicking it though. You know what I mean? Like, and it worked out because you know she's got kids. She had kids, and I was still young. And obviously, you don't want to just throw me in the mix. So it was working because like I'd go over there after the kids go to sleep. We'd do our thing, and peace out. And that's kind of
and it worked out. Like we were both okay with that.
Right.
Like we were building whatever we thought was, you know, we were hanging out, we did our thing, and you went and did your thing, and I continued to be a mom and did my thing.
So, and then it just, you know what I mean, it just kind of escalated from there. It was like...
again, I don't think that either one of us were... That wasn't our end goal.
Not at all. But especially not for me.
No.
You know what I mean? I wasn't ready to be a stepdad.
No.
I just wanted to smash a MILF. You know what I mean? But it just escalated from there.
I mean, pretty quickly, I realized like you were my best friend.
Yeah. And that's what it was. Like we went on a couple trips together. We went to the casino. I don't even know how I got away with it because I had a fake that didn't look anything like me.
Yeah.
But
we went
to the beach.
Yeah.
We went to Philly. Like fun. We were just doing shit. We were having fun.
Tripping. We were just having fun.
And through that time, like I started meeting the kids, and then you know we ended up going for it. Like we decided to make it official, and like in the beginning, we faced like so much bullshit from that, like. Not just the fact of families.
Not from the outside. Well, we did that, but like with you and me.
Yeah, well, I mean, so to start with the outside, like, first of all, you know, like, a lot of people had an issue with the relationship, like the relationship, but our ethnicity, right? Like, I'm white, she's not, 100%.
Age difference.
The age difference. And with the kids, like all of those variables, people didn't agree with, and you know, in hindsight, it's funny to see how concerned and opinionated everybody was. Like, and I think you know, like that's ultimately it just made everything between us stronger.
Oh, for
you know what I'm saying? Because fuck all of you. You know what I mean? Like girls my age were like, you're getting, you know, after we really started to get serious, they were like, what are you doing? Like da 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 and. I'm like, you know, y'all just don't understand, and they don't, and most of them probably still don't, and it doesn't matter.
I know, and that's really all that matters.
But then, you know, you look inwards too. Like it was really hard because I was still so young, and you know, I stepped into something that I wanted to be ready for, but I don't think
we took that lightly. Like either you or me. Like we took our time of being friends and you know building that friendship before anything.
So I mean that having that foundation is what made everything strong, but you know it was difficult for me to be a stepfather, to be not just in a relationship with a woman that was grown and had completely different expectations.
I came with things. I
Yeah, you
threw
did.
3 kids.
It's like,
shut up.
but nah, like
I came with 3 kids,
yeah.
and you know.
But I knew that I loved her and anything that came with it. But at the end of the day, like, it was hard for me to get used to that. It was hard for me to know my place and where the lines started and began. And then I think it was difficult for you to deal with someone who was young and still immature in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, because I trusted you 100%, but, you know, putting my trust in you to, I don't want to say handle it, but I don't really know how to
do right by you and the kids.
Yeah,
to not
because
build a
you've
relationship
never,
and dip out. But, like, you know,
it was definitely a growing experience, and we went through a lot of shit and a lot of bumps in the road. But again, like you said, I just think it just made us stronger because we worked through it. We dealt with it. We figured out, and we sat back and we, talked shit through. It was just.
But that's part of the reason
it just
why
made us deeper.
Yeah, and that's
connection.
All of that, dealing with all that in the beginning, the learning that we did together. That's.
Well, I mean, look, shit, we broke up 3 times.
Yeah, we broke up a couple times.
But every time we were apart, it was like
it wasn't right.
It wasn't right. Something was missing, and it hurt. And every time we made our way back to each other, it just felt right. Yeah. It just felt okay, and it felt safe.
Yeah. Flash forward, we've been together. It'll be 10 years this year.
God.
10 years.
We have our baby.
And I would say, like, through it all, and what I love most about her is the fact that through all of that, and because you got to keep in mind, in your 20s, you're searching for yourself.
Yeah.
And I still am. I mean, I don't think that ever really stops, but it's more extreme in your 20s.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love most about her, is how supportive she's been through all of that.
Because I want you to. I don't want me to be the one that holds you back just because of what I have brought into the relationship, being that I'm, a mom to 3 boys.
So, and it's everything that I love most about her and us is exactly what keeps our relationship so strong. And it's just simply that. It's the motivation. Like, she motivated me towards my career. She supported me through school. Like, and I don't mean financially, I mean emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that I love most, but that's what keeps us so strong, is the fact that we're a team.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how that's, if you were to say, Zach, how do you describe your relationship in one word? I would say, I mean, obviously it's strong, but I would say a fucking team.
Yeah.
We're a team. We're a unit. We're one.
Like, anytime you would come to me, or, before you went to Lincoln Tech, it was, I got to do something, or I want to do something, but FCC, and I just was like, so do it.
Yep.
Do it. Like, I'm here. You can get through this. It's not going to be easy, but we can do it.
And even now, like, with this music thing that I'm picking back up, like, I don't have any expectations of it, but regardless, she's 100% supportive of it. You know what I mean? She's behind me, and that you can't.
If you have a passion, I'm not,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, obviously,
absolutely.
That with us, it's not just us; it's kids too. And anything that I do like that, it takes away from time, and it makes things difficult. But she works with me to figure that out. Yeah, and that's the key. I think is just being able to be yourself within a relationship. And I've never had to change who I may have had to grow up a little bit faster, but I've never had to change who I am to be in this relationship. And same with her. I support her.
It's just organic, and it comes naturally. And it's there's no, I mean, obviously, we say we don't have to try, but just us growing together, it just comes at ease.
Yeah.
Obviously we have our ups and downs. Who doesn't?
Right.
Sometimes you get on my last damn nerve.
Yeah.
And I get on your last damn nerve. But at the end of the day,
we're here.
We're here.
But at that,
and I love you, and I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And you have taught me so much. Like, I was so sheltered and so broken, and so, my walls were up. And we always joke about this because it's like, you're the woman in the relationship because let's communicate, let's talk about this. And I'm the complete opposite of nope, hold it in, shove it down, and just wait for it to go away. But that's not, a relationship isn't going to grow without communication.
Yeah.
And even now to this day, almost 10 years later, sometimes you got to fight it out of me. But you're patient. And when I'm ready, you're always there and ready and waiting. And we talk it through. And I just think we come out stronger through all the bullshit that we've experienced and dealt with, from beginning of our relationship to now and into the future.
Loyalty, love, and respect.
I trust you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So.
I love you.
I love you, babe. Babe, I love you. Love you. Love you.